Hello, everyone out there. Hope you're doing well. This is Tuesday, June 23rd. So, I went to see Disclosure, and generally it was really good as a sci fi thriller type film. But was it really Disclosure? Yeah, it had elements of it with some of the footage and parts of the story, but there were parts that were left out, like nobody seems to really be doing something about like a documentary about the contactees that I know of, how the experiencers view it. So I didn't think the movie was going to do that well, and I did ask the tarot before if it was going to do well, if it was going to really affect the population, like will it really show people what's going on with UFO disclosure for real, which Spielberg has been interested in all his life. And he's what, 80 something now? So the first card I get is the Two of Swords, which means there's a block or there's an indecision about it, or it's being blocked. There's some mysterious forces afoot with the High Priestess. So there are hidden secrets, and some people have said that there are he had to make it that way, otherwise he wouldn't have gotten funded. Spielberg, that is. So, what are the forces that are blocking this movie getting out there to more people? Disinformation type stuff, or something that is not reliable. Mixed emotions, mixed feelings. I didn't think it was a complete disclosure type movie at all. It was almost like a Hitchcock thriller in parts with the car chase. It'll make some money, or it'll be a new beginning in terms of how people will look at this movie. They'll just look at it as some kind of science fiction, perhaps, with some truth in it, which is usually a lot of movies are like that. Maybe something about the people that produce or partner this with him. That would be important. Or this is the beginning of a new, oh, I see, okay. So I'm getting that this is like the beginning of a new type of film coming out, kind of semi-documentary. And maybe this is how Spielberg will influence as a filmmaker, as an artist, as a voice out there, people going forward with their ideas. Yeah, I think it's going to lead to other movies about disclosure. That's what I'm getting here. Yeah, like filmmakers will step up to the plate. I think already they're starting to, what is that guy's name? Ron something, James? Ron and James, I forget. There's some disclosure movies that are coming out that have to do with the military men who have been going before Congress, before the committee, to share their testimonies and what they know about the military-industrial complex that President Ike warned us about regarding UFO phenomena, who they are, what they're doing here. We kind of have ideas about that, about their hybrid program or what they're doing, what they did with the abductions, in terms of that would be a scary film. But there's stuff out there if you want to find it. So the future of UFO disclosure is my question. It's going to go through a rough patch, but there'll be some movement forward, although with difficulties. So let's say the UFO committee headed by Representative Luna, Tim Burchett, some of these Congress people that have been coming forward seeking the receipts on how much money the military spent on their hidden black programs. There's a conflict here, though, a fight, a conflict. So there'll be a conflict, but surely there'll be some movement forward to another point of view. Looks like points of view are really important here. People change their mind about it. And plans and ideas are being put forth right now with the Seven of Swords. Even though the big government, hidden government or dark government wants to try to get away with a plan, get away with things or hide things, I don't think it's going to continue that way. More and more people are coming forward who may have a conscience to deal with, their own conscience about what's right and wrong. But there is a control on this with the Emperor, who controls the purse strings, who is controlling the narrative behind the narrative. Swords are ideas, narrative, communication. Who controls it behind the whole UFO disclosure? Right now, everything in suspension, so I don't think we're going to hear about anything else, maybe just more drips. Nothing, not a major announcement. Yeah, it could come from overseas. Two of Wands here. With overseas agents or other countries coming forward with it. Overseas. And right now we're Mercury retrograde, so time to think and reevaluate and kind of finish up old projects. Seven of coins here. So from what this reading is telling me is that, yeah, the people in Congress are looking for where the money has gone, and that's what they want to see. And that's what's being hidden, or that's the trick. The trick about the, what, billions, trillions of dollars? Sometimes the Three of Cups represents fate. Fate, like what's in the wind, what's in the cards, what's coming. And something is coming that could be celebratory for us, for the masses around power structures. So it's like the end of a cycle of suffering here. Certainly with this administration, just like a nightmare for those of us who are awake and conscious. And it's all about the money and the greed. Follow the money, follow the greed. Holding on, clinging to power. These forces that we don't see, that are hidden behind the curtain. What's behind the curtain? And they continue to, give little bits and pieces just to, it's kind of like the idea of with the dog following a scent, to throw the sleuths off the scent. So this is what's going on with the UFO thing. It's just a lot of drips and drabs and things being hidden. It almost feels like a whole generation has to pass before they'll release maybe what's hidden in the documents that Trump said. There are too many people still alive, so we can't show it. Like waiting for people to die, to cross, to not be around so that they can release some of these files. But we'll see. Right now, it's not really satisfactory. It's just dribs and drabs and perhaps even misinformation that's coming out because they're going to pretend to be transparent and yet they're not. So DDSS, different day, same stuff with governments. The movie did kind of touch upon how ET may disclose themselves. It's true that there's going to be these big ships showing up over the coast, the eastern coast, 2027. I want to read on that. Is there any truth? These are from other channels out there. I don't want to say whom, but you may know. I picked 3 cards on ET ships showing themselves more. Maybe not. 2 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. The moon upside down, though, the end of illusion. So there'll be some kind of decision here. And maybe this Queen of Swords is representative Luna, who's waiting for something. This 2 of Cups has a ship in the background and water around it. So it's a balancing act. It's a waiting time. So there might be some truth to this. Whether these the UFOs will show themselves. So let's ask my pendulum, yes or no. They're going to show themselves. Let's see what that says, and I'll finish there. All right, Spirit, is any truth about these ships showing themselves off the coast? I think it was the eastern coast. Something about them appearing en masse. I get 75%. Right now, it's a yes probability. But everything in life is a probability, so it is a probability, but it's pretty high. 75%. Will ET, which ETs, though, is the question, will the Greys reveal themselves that have been working with the U.S. government? Wow, that's a yes, 70%. Are they benevolent towards us? Are they benevolent? I get yes. Wow, that's strong, 70%. Do they have their own mixed agendas? Their own agenda for their own survival? That's a yes. Will there really be hybrids walking among us? Hybrids. Half alien, half human, or human with alien DNA, I should say. I get a yes. Are they already walking around? Are they physical? That's a yes. The hundreds of thousands, how many? Nope, in the hundreds, how many? Something like around 700 to 800 hybrids walking the earth right now. Physical, manifested. Oh, that's pretty interesting. I never thought to ask that to get a number, but there it is. I got something. We'll see how that turns out. Will it be next year, this year, next year? 2027. 70% yes. Will it be, what about 2028 and on? 2027. 2027 seems to be the date. Okay, well, I hope this gives us some insight on this matter. If you haven't seen the movie, go see it. It is well worth it. The chase scene is like a Hitchcock movie, North by Northwest. That's what I kept thinking of. There's other elements, but it's a good drama thriller. 2.5 hours goes by pretty fast. Never bored through it, so he's a great filmmaker. We'll leave it at that. You have a great day out there. Keep looking up and stay tuned for the next one. Oh, like and subscribe. Subscribe. That helps the channel. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.